It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. All that and more coming up next.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule.
And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First down, Young.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. And that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on second down. Young.
Well, that's complete to Sanders.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Young to throw it.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Young. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Young now after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Carr to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
To throw is Carr. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now Carr again.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carr. And that's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now Carr. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Young off the play fake. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here is Young. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The Sanders has got it complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen from 10 yards out.
And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
To about the 33-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Derek Brown in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. It's Young on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Young on 3rd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
On play action, Young. Being chased out left.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw, Young.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit.
He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Carr. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. and they get one here in the passing game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
On 1st and 10, Young. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Young.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They keep it good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
To throw his Carr. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing his car on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing, Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Young. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now Young. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Young. Steps away to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Kamara up the middle.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Carr now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
He gets it left side to Johnson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second and goal, Carr. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Here's Young from the shotgun. To the right side and complete to Hurst. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Young. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, look at the juke.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the red zone now, Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now here's Young. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Terrace Marshall
From 4 yards out.
And the Panthers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one, because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
87 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. A 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Carr now to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Young. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Young now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Young. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
Or even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
2nd and 11 now.
From the gun, it's Carr.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
This one swung out to Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Let's go, baby.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
101 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Carr to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Toward the pylon, caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this out past the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. They can't read us straight up. It's showtime, baby.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third and short yardage, Young. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 2 touchdowns, a little under 50 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Let's go, man. Let's go, fellas.
Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Throwing his Carr. Pass complete, Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.